We are now in the midst of the days of Hallel and Hodaa of Chanuka. Hallel and Hodaa, praise and thanksgiving. What's the difference between those two things? It's just synonyms? That was the question of the Sfas Emes. He says the name of his grandfather, that it is akin to Hallel and Hodaa is just like Yosef and Yehuda. Explains the Sfas Emes. Hodaa milashon toda, v'gam milashon vidui. Hodaa means both thanksgiving, but also confession, to admit something. Lashon hodaa hu alma shehaya nir'eh lo tov, v'ha'adam modeh shu tov v'chesed. Something that an individual has undergone that at the moment seemed not good, anything but good. And yet, afterward, they could look back in retrospect and see that there was goodness and kindness therein. When is that? After the test, after overcoming the challenge, after refining that which needs to be refined within, and to overcome challenges from without. Ve'az modeh gam al nisayon shehaya tsar lo az modeh ata. Now the person can admit that the challenge that caused such pain before, now they can admit and give thanks on it as well. Like the pasuk from Hallel, Odecha ki anitani, shir elu mafreya shezehaya chesed elyon. I give thanks to you for you have responded to me, but anitani can also be understood as initani. You caused me to suffer. I give thanks for that. How could that be? Only in retrospect. Contrast that with Hallel. Hallel is about praising what's happening now. Mishabeach al yedei shro'eh gvurat Hashem v'niflaotav. The word Hallel could be understood, I would say, based on a pasuk in Sefer Iyov, behilo neiro alei roshi, by the glow of his lamp that is upon my head. The idea that the Hallel reflects the feeling of seeing that glow. Hallel al guf hanes, writes the Sfas Emes, v'hatzala, on the actual saving, that miracle itself. V'gam al nes hanerot, on the miracle of the candles. Shekol zeh chesed nigleh, all of it is a revealed miracle. The Hodaa, the thanksgiving, that was only after the time period of the exile of Greece. That's only in retrospect. At the end of Parshat Vayeshev, Yosef is quite literally bashevi. He's in captivity. He's in jail. He's in a pit. But we know what's coming. We know that by the time we reach Miketz, Vayigash, Vayechi, the same Yosef will have risen to become the great savior of the Jewish people with God's help, the one who feeds them and provides for them and sets Jewish history on a certain course and trajectory. The leadership of Yehuda is in development. It's in stages. His personality develops over time. And eventually, we are faced with a certain leader who emerges from Yehuda named David HaMelech. And we're waiting for the descendant of David HaMelech, Mashiach ben David. When that day comes, then we'll be able to say not only the Hallel of today, but then we will also be able to say in that time, the Hodaa, even on this time, about Milchemet Charvot Barzel. Wishing everyone, whether you're at the front in the north or the south, or whether you're on the home front in Eretz Yisrael, or even in Chutz La'aretz, a Shabbat Shalom and a Chanuka Sameach.